Kani kedai ke Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ke kubur baman kasni, belawan rasa pi tak ke rupa, ringkat bat ke orange Nissan, lom sokpo near Fire Brigade Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Ke dorbar jong ke yang dorbar thawan ke jela, haka khandai terik mentau nailor arajar kat khandai. Ke balang ru kasni ke baar jong ke ni ke dorbar senrai, watla o menteri rang ba ke jela, ula pep shek ni ke jelang ni ke daw bamla kier. Henry ke jingetai haka ni ke dorbar ke lalong ke batnem ba. Halor kimat ki babon, kamtam halor ki jingkeli, ki balabo da kaliang persya. Hakani ke dorbar hakani ke sengi lasdang bo jingkeli, ningkong da UMLA ke seng kongres na nongpo constituency uba Merrill Bonds im. Uba labo jingkeli yo menteri sarkar bakmi ya katnat social welfare. Uba kermen celah halor ke jingseo bainong syakinong trei Asha.
In 2018-19, they have sanctioned an amount of 25 crore 36 lakh 91,500. I would like to know from the Honorable Minister whether this sanction amount has been released and paid to the Asha worker of the state.
Amount has been released to all the district through the DMNHO, and the district they will release to the paid to the Asha workers.
Sir, I want to know from the Honorable Minister that this amount sanctioned, it is to be paid for all the dues, or any more amount it has to be sanctioned to pay all the dues for the Asha worker?
For all the dues, but after 2019 and 20, that is being the sanction will be awaited for 2019 and 20.
So I want an assurance from the Honorable Minister that whether in future they have a plan or not, so that the activities, the hard work done by this Asha worker, so we will regard them by giving them a fixed honorarium or a monthly fixed incentive.
So
number A, he replied that during the March 2018-19, the government have sanctioned 25 crore 26 lakh 91,500, but money sanctioned but have not been disbursement to authority concerned. So may I know for Honorable Minister, is there any allocation for the budget in 2019-20, sir?
Sir, not yet, sir. For 1920.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, regarding with the budget of 2019-20, it is here with me, sir. It was read by Honorable Chief Minister. For the information of the House, also for the department also to do homework regarding whatever you have been set in the House. So the budget 2019-20 for the Asha workers, they have a sanction here, the 25 crore. Budget 2019-20 is here with me. Here it was mentioned, sir, we have prioritized the payment of incentive to the grassroots functionaries. Incentive for maternity benefit and Asha have not been paid for 4 years. We have now provided about 25 crore for clearing of 2 years of payment. That means, sir, here in 2018-19 the government have sanctioned 25 crore 36 lakh 91,500, but here 2019-20 it is already here, sir. For department concerned that better do homework, otherwise it will be exposed in the House. It is only mentioned here. Only mentioned here 25 crore. That means the 250 lakh have already mentioned. Now it seems that the department have not been feeding properly to the ministers. It is a serious concern, sir.
This is already sanctioned for 2018-19, 25 crore 36 lakh 91,500, but 1920 has not yet been sanctioned, sir.
Sir, if that will be the case, sir, how it will reflect? I'm talking about outside of my knowledge, information. Somebody feeding information. I'm talking about the booklet. Budget here, sir. This budget speech here. It's only mentioned here. Actually, the minister should have been said that in year 2019, 1920, according to this, that is LMAC or 5 crore. I'm talking about this. This is the comments that I have of me, sir.
I said the 2018-19 they have sanctioned 25 crores plus, and 2019-20 not yet, sir.
I demand that the department have to again relook And if it is possible, to delete about this, what is written here. Because as mentioned, whatever we're talking about here, but department I urge to, sir, that Honorable Minister, along department should come a statement regarding what it was mentioned. If it is wrong, please delete, sir.
We'll look into it, sir, with examiners.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, my question to the Health Minister is, the word incentivize occurs again and again in these guidelines for the Asha workers. May I have clarity as to what it contains from the Honorable Health Minister?
The incentive is contains of the role of Ashas is designed and encompass around the following programs and attached to the task-based initiative linked to the national program.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, I ask this question because I have been told and I have read that guidelines for Asha workers are the only preconditions for the remunerations that they will be paid. May I get a clarity from the Honorable Minister, please?
By doing the 8 routine works like line listing of household, due list of immunizations, supporting births and death, list of eligible couples, organizing village health, sanitation and nutrition day, attending PIC monthly meeting, lines listing ANC beneficiary.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, in light of all those incentivized objectives of the program today, may I know what is the nominal payment that Ashas are paid, considering all those exercises that they have to engage in?
I would like to read out all the Asha's incentive they are getting, sir. Line listing of household is 300
if
rupees.
the Honorable Minister can just lay them on the table and take what I'm saying into consideration.
Sure, sir, we'll lay it at the table of the house.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, may I know from the Honorable Minister, with the duties performed by the Asha, has the infant mortality rate come down or not?
So before 2011, the IMR was 49%, now reduced to 39%. MMR before 2011, it was 229, now reduced to 162.
So it has reduced,
Yes.
which means the work of the Ashas have contributed in bringing down the life, they're saving lives. So under those circumstances, wouldn't it be considered by the government to at least ensure that they get their remuneration in time and of course raise their remuneration also, considering they're saving lives at the same time?
So I've already told that we are examining the matter, sir, in this regard.
Deputy Speaker, sir, one question to the Minister in charge. I'd like to supplement. As a reply on A, no, sir. So I just need to get more information. How much, the dues which are lying pending till date, since when?
So after we are disbursing of this 25 crore, then only we will be able to know how much of the dues pending for the next.
Hakani darbар na kalyang MLA ka Mauplang Dingyay constituency uba SK Sun ulabo jingkali yo menteri sarkar bakmi ya katnat water resources halor ki scheme jong katnat bat ka mangpisa na kabanta kini ki scheme nadu jong usnam arja khat phra araja khat khandai bat jong usnam araja khat khandai araja arpho jong ki constituency ba phero pher ha ka jilla Meghalaya.
But Deputy Speaker, sir, I recall during the debate on the governor address 2018 and 2019, I have specifically made a request to explore the possibility of having an irrigation project for the Temlingkane and Temlingyong as well as Mausadam. But I didn't see any proposal so far, nor I could see that any project has been considered or sanctioned under the Mauplang constituency. May I know the reason why that my request has been ignored, sir?
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I am very much aware with the point mentioned by the Honourable Member from Shangpliang regarding the Shangpliang project that he had requested. But however, sir, this is the details which I have laid today is of 2018-19, and as of now for 2019-20, all the proposals are yet to be approved, and we will try to consider those schemes which are okay in nature from the respective constituency, and including the one which was proposed by the honourable member, sir. We will examine this thoroughly, and if it is okay, sir, we will definitely include the same in this current year, sir.
Deputy Speaker, sir, may I get an assurance from the Honourable Minister that the department will take the local MLA into confidence when they prepare the project, sir?
Sir, the local MLA is definitely will be taken into confidence.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sakawai pat kajingkali kebalawan nakaliang persya, hakani ke dorbar senrai, haka khandai terik mentau nailor arazakat khandai, kadai ke balabo dau MLA ke Mausen Ram, ubah hima Shangpliang. Nakaliang uniu MLA ulabo jingkali yo Menteri Sarkar bakmi yakatnat Revenue and Disaster Management, halor ke Jingjulor ki Ïing Breu ki Nongrep bat ki Jingri Jingduh jong ki Nongrep, na ke Jingshlei dangshen hakaleng ki district jong ke Jela, bat ke Jingpulot ke Pisa hakaba jingarap yakini ki Lanot.
Deputy Speaker, sir, this whole report is incomplete, sir, and it is wrong. My colleagues from Garo Hills will also agree with me that in South Garo Hills, Baknara, it cannot be one, sir. Chokpot, there's so many houses that have got damaged. I do not know from where the Honourable Minister got this report. And why is it that East Garo Hills reports are awaited? It's been 2 months now, sir, that we have had the largest floods in Garo Hills in the recent past. May I know from the Minister how these reports have been collected, why the reports are still awaited, and how is it that in South Garo Hills we have only one case?
Mr. Speaker, sir, this is as per the report we collect from the Deputy Commissioner of different district-wise, sir.
So I'll still reiterate that the collection of reports have been faulty, sir. May I request the Honourable Minister to obtain as-on-date reports and correct reports, and maybe by the end of the session, by the 13th of this session, the last day, we should have the full details placed on the table of the House, sir.
Yeah, we'll look into it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I would like also to ask the Honourable Minister that why there is a delay in providing relief to the victims.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, actually we have just submitted the memorandum through our Honourable Chief Minister on the 8th of September 2019. As soon as the central team have just visited on the 6th September 2019, that is the IMCT team headed by Shri K.P. Singh, Joint Secretary, MHA, Government of India. So at present we have just submitted the memorandum to the central government, sir.
What is the amount projected?
Sir, it's 116.41 crores.
When do we expect to get the relief to the people?
Sir, as soon as we receive the fund from the central, we'll release it, sir.
So my last question. This has been all repeated over the years. So last year's victims have also not got their money. Most of them, sir. Again, this year's victim will have to wait for another 1 year or 2 years, sir. So that's why I request the Honourable Minister and the government
to kindly take this seriously so that the people will have their confidence and faith in the government.
Yes, sir. We'll look into it. We'll try our very best.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I wondered how they collect the data from different districts, but in my South Korean district, in my Chapot constituency alone, more than 300 houses has been damaged and affected due to the hailstorm. So, Mayor of the Minister concerned in church kindly specifically collect the data also from the different agency also, and we have submitted the report also to the districts, the system management also in South Korea.
Yes, sir. Actually, the number which I have given is only for the flood, sir, not for the cyclone or any other.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the reply of the minister, if I heard correctly, is that they are waiting for fund to be released by the Government of India. Is it a fact?
Sir, actually we have sent a proposal memorandum. So based on that, they'll look into the norms. So if the central government is given the money, so then we'll release the money from our side, sir.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, may I know from the Honorable Minister, what is the amount that is available with the government under the SDRF fund? There is a dedicated fund for dealing with these natural calamity related issues. So what is the total amount of fund available with the state government under SDRF?
It's 46 crores, sir.
Then why is this reply? Who is preparing this reply for the minister? Why is this reply that you have to wait for Government of India? It's a ridiculous reply. It's a misleading, misinformation. People should know that there is a dedicated fund for natural calamity. We don't know when the natural calamity will strike. Therefore, there is a fund.
Mr. Speaker, sir, actually from our side, from the state government, relief fund is provided to the victim in the form of GR, sir, but not in cash. That's why for all this assessment which has been assessed for cultivation, for cattle days, for everything, that is the amount 116 crore. But for that we need the help. I mean, we need the amount which the memorandum has been submitted to the central government. So based on that, sir. But as a GR, we have provided to the victims, sir.
But that Deputy Speaker, sir,
relief to the victims or not?
Sir, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, you see, Government of India will not release further fund when you have plenty of fund under the State Disaster Relief Fund. And there's a dedicated fund. So let the House be not misled and not the Minister also be misled. Let it be reviewed. I would like to ask for an assurance that it be reviewed with the concerned departments and verify how much fund is available and what are the pending liabilities to be released to the line departments to take care of the affected families across the state, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
Yeah, we'll review it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, it is reported in the table that around 27,539 cattle damaged. It's damaged. My question is, it's damaged or it's died?
It's died. Mr. Speaker, sir, actually we lost 26, but the rest have just affected, sir.
Sir, Deputy Speaker, sir, this time the flood, the water level was so high, there was no place for cattle ranching. And because of shortage of the fodder, so many livestock has died. Therefore, my question to the minister is that what are the preventive measures, or why this time cattle fodder has not been provided?
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, actually from our side, from the government, from the department, we have released a fund to the Deputy Commissioner. So the Deputy Commissioner of the concerned district, he will look into it, what is required and what is necessary to be taken. So based on that, he will provide the help or the need of those affected area. So based on that, sir, so as per my report which I have got, so this is the number, sir. So based on that, I don't know, so if the honorable member require those kind of help, so he can send through written, or maybe he can just let the Deputy Commissioner to do the needed, sir.
Sir, it's already mentioned the cultivation. So just I want to ask the ministers the type of cultivation affected.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, actually I present the types of cultivation. I don't have the list with me, so I require notice.
So Deputy Speaker, sir, this shali paddy nursery bed has been fully damaged, and jute standing crops and maize is also another crops, all are fully damaged. So I ask upon the government of the day to please look into this matter. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we'll look into it, sir. Thank you.
Hakani kesingi ke baar jongani ke dorbar senrai ke belas dang hakan retrek mentau nailor nakaliang UMLA jong ke umrai uba George B. Lingdo ulabo jingkeli ya ke sorkar da ke bapan jingken bahado kanu teli jingja kilaja na ke jingya kaja khapon hapadeng ke jela Meghalaya bat Assam ki balaja nadu usnam arajar Katno shaneng haboro ke district baper.
Deputy Speaker, sir, from the replies received from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, we can see that there is a sudden escalation of incidents across the border with Assam. Just in 6 months, there are already 24 incidents in 1920s. Prior to that, 18, 19, 16, and in 17, 18, 15. Now, sir, I don't know, since we have a confusion of authorization here, we actually wanted to know as to whether the government is still interested to continue with the dialogues at the Chief Minister level, considering the escalation of the incidents across the interstate borders. So, if that is the case, sir, then why is the delay, sir? People have been clamoring for the resuming of the talks at the CM level, but then it's been more than 18 months since the dispensation has taken over. But then why is the delay, sir?
Sir, in fact, with this particular issue, we all know, all the members knows also the sensitivity of this issue. And from time to time, from government to government, this issue came up, and it keep coming up, and it is going to come up again if no solution solved. But sir, I just wanted to say here that the government of the day, we are really serious about this issue, which is a very long pending issue. And also recently, I already replied that on the 21st June 2019, talks were held in the level of chief secretaries, of both the chief secretaries, and in fact the meeting that held on that day was very, very fruitful. So sir, again, the government has already decided to have a dialogue in the level of chief minister, and from our government, letter has been sent to the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam to fix the convenient date for having a further dialogue on this particular issue. And I hope, sir, very soon, maybe the date will be fixed and we will be able to again continue in solving this very pertinent problem.
In reply to question number 4B, the respective DCs and SPs immediately took up issues with their respective counterparts in Assam to diffuse the problem. Now, sir, it is experienced and also reported that when these interstate border talks happen at the district level, from the Assam side, the senior officers from the government, they all come and participate. But from Meghalaya side, it is left to the district officials to handle the issue, which in fact becomes very embarrassing not only for the state, but it also, the officers at the district level also are always on the defensive mode, because the attack comes in terms of documentation, in terms of procedure, and in terms of protocol. Everything is violated, sir, because senior level government officials come from the state government of Assam and we are left only with district officials. Similar incidences we have seen when we were found lacking in a response to the incidents in Riboy, incidents in West Khasi Hills, where again the support from the state level is found wanting, sir. So I want to suggest one thing, that perhaps a team has to be constituted at the state level, perhaps a department has to be authorized properly to ensure that the response team from the state level immediately takes part in all the interstate boundary talks. Because leaving it to the district officials, we find it very, very pathetic, and at the same time they are also found wanting because they again have to take the permission of the state government to reply to or to respond to any kind of a situation if arises at that particular kind of discussion, sir.
Deputy Speaker, sir, thank you so much. The honourable member from Muroi has made a suggestion to the government and it is noted down. But at the same time, I just wanted again to further clarify on this. See, as I've already replied, that on the 21st June 2019, in the talk between Chief Secretary and Chief Secretary, they arrived to few decisions. Number one is there should be OC level talks in case if any problem arises within their jurisdiction. Because if small issues is ultimately sent to the government, maybe it takes time. So the best decision they taken is in their respective jurisdiction, OC level, they will have a meeting immediately with the counterpart, and if possible they sort it out over there itself. In case if this issue cannot be solved in the level, it goes up to the level of the Deputy Commissioner, and if the issue cannot be solved in the level of the Deputy Commissioners, again it will come up to the Chief Secretary level and ultimately to the government. However, sir, as I've already replied, we are serious about this issue, and the suggestion made by the honourable member from Umroi is noted down, and I am sure also very soon the talk between the chief ministers of both the state will be held very soon, and I am sure in the talk which is to be held shortly, I think we'll be able to come out with some solution on these issues.
Thank you, sir.
This is a serious issue. It is an embarrassment for the state government right from the state of inception. We are taking the state without a proper demarcation. Let's be serious. I want the present government of the day, even though myself I'm part of the government, my government should be serious with this. Do not fool around. Thank you, Pak George, who brought this serious issue. Or how many more steps need the government to be fooling around by the nervous government. from Assam. So why every time, every now and then, on the secretary level has been taken up, on the chief minister level has been taken up, Chandrachud committee has been constituted, no positive outcome, and harassment and encroachment day by day have been playing. So, I just want a specific reply from Honorable Deputy Chief Minister. Please highlight the House. What is the outcome on the Chief Secretary level talk? Because you have revealed that it is fruitful. Fruitful right from time of state inception. It has been fruitful. But we really want to know what is that exact fruitful. Please, Deputy Speaker, sir, through your permission, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, in fact, in the supplementary, due to technical problem with the sound, maybe he could not hear me properly, but I have already replied that the recent meeting held between the two chief secretaries of Assam and Meghalaya was fruitful. Fruitful is this: they already agreed that OC level meeting be held if necessary once a week. That is number one. They agreed. Both sides agreed, because in case there is some local issues, local problem, then OC talks can be held if necessary even once a week. That was the decision taken between these two. Number two, border magistrate level meeting. That also has to be there. That also was agreed. And next is DC-SP level meeting. DC-SP level meeting. And that also has been agreed in case if any issues in the respective district happened. Then next is additional chief secretary level meeting. That also has been agreed. And next is chief secretary level meeting. And ultimately there will be chief minister talk shortly. That is the decision taken in the last meeting of both the chief secretaries, Meghalaya and Assam.
Yeah. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, thank you for the reply given by Deputy CM, Chief Minister. Okay, this has been practice for many years on the, as what I have mentioned earlier, that on the DC, on the OC, on the Chief Secretary, how many more time do we need to have faith on these practices? Because we need this issue, it should solve once and for all. It is a great embarrassment for the state of Meghalaya. Another 3 years ahead, they will be celebrating 50 years. Myself, I'm the first one who will be agitated against the government. I'll wait for that time. Time will tell me what type of agitation that I should take ahead. But this is my last suggestion. If the government today, they don't have the guts, holding talk again and again, go to the Supreme Court, the highest authority, then we will get the solution. That is my suggestion, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. Just one question.
I'm waiting for the reply. Thank you, sir.
Point noted.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir. By looking at the reply,
It seems that the state government is taking this issue very seriously, and as per the report we've seen in reply number B, a chief secretary level meeting was also held on the 21st. But the only question is that, sir, it seems that whatever talk and discussion that was held between the government of Assam and government of Meghalaya, the official side from the government of Assam, it seems that they didn't take the discussion seriously, sir. It was held on the 21st, but just recently in my constituency, sir, there's one big up that was carrying stone, which was meant for construction of Manrega projects, sir, in Siar village. And on that very same day, some government official from Assam side, they came and they arrested the driver, and also at the same time they took the vehicle, sir. And as per the report, as for the driver, they already released him, but the vehicle is still with the government of Assam, sir. And I was made to call the Deputy Commissioner of West Jantia, and along with the SP, with a request to release the said vehicle immediately. But till date, sir, the vehicle is still with the government of Assam. So that's why, sir, it seemed that from the government of Assam, whatever discussion that we have had between them, it seems that they are not taking the issue very seriously, sir. And especially now it's almost harvesting time for the farmers. I just want to request the government, sir, since even to carry their agricultural product, they have to pay ransom, they have to pay taxes. So this does not look good, sir, especially for us, the representative who represent the interstate border, sir. So that's why I request through you, Deputy Speaker, sir, and to the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, to kindly take up this issue very seriously, sir. We have been harassed. The people of the interstate border have been harassed from time to time and again, sir. So we cannot just rely on this talk and discussion when there's no fruitful outcome from the government of Assam, sir.
Your suggestion to the government, or you want a reply now?
I want to request the Honorable Deputy CM, sir, to take up this issue very seriously, sir.
Hakani ka darbarsan rai ke balalong hak khandai trek mentau nailur arja kat khandai. Nakaliang UMLA jong kaseng kongres na tikri kila. Ujimi di sangma ulabo jingkeli ya uzambot menteri rangba kajala. Uba preston tensong ubakmi ru ya katnat parliamentary affairs. Kajingkeli kalong baka sorkar kadon jingtemu na emban si bai Ïing ya ki MLA ki badan hakaliang persya.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I raise this question, sir. Being opposition MLA, I know the problems of the opposition MLA. The MLAs are allotted only 2 rooms at MLA hostel. Very congested and not sufficient. Where MLA will sleep, where driver will sleep, and where PSO will sleep. No problems for single person who is staying in MLA hostel, but most of the MLAs are staying with family members. Especially these problems are facing by Gauri's MLAs. So in these circumstances, we bound to go on rented house, and nowadays everybody knows the rate of the house rent is how much. Now I am paying 35,000 per month only for 6 rooms, and current bill is extra, and water also extra I have to buy. So for opposition MLA, every expenditure depends on salary. At least 6 rooms should be allotted for every MLS in MLA hostel. I think in other states of our country, the opposition MLA also getting house rent, another room, and other facilities. So, sir, I request to the government of the day to look into the matters and consider the proposal during this autumn season. Thank you, sir.
That's your suggestion. Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister may reply.
The Honorable MAA, Mr. Jimmy D. Sangma, who has submitted his suggestion again to the government. But just for the clarification of the honorable members, in fact, MLA hostel has been provided to all the honorable members, all the elected honorable members. Well, of course, we have seen it, their room is so small, it is still not enough, I should say, to house the honorable members. But temporarily, this MLA hostel is supposed to be equally considered to the honorable members. And sir, as far as allotment of rooms, your good office, and you are the chairman of the House Committee also, sir. And I'm sure with your good office, you will be able to do justice to all the members, especially who does not have accommodation from far away, especially I should say from Garo Hill side. And then number two, sir, as far as the submission made by the honorable member regarding the house rent of the honorable MLAs, because when we talk about MLAs, I think no need to talk opposition or ruling. We are all MLAs, except of course those who are in the offices of the secretariat. They are entitled for the house rent, whereas those who are not, meaning they have to also draw their salary from the assembly secretariat. So I will not mention anything about the MLA of opposition or ruling, but whoever entitled, maybe the government will find out ways and means how to go about it. With these few words, I once again thank you to the honorable member for this suggestion and the question he made.